Hi, today I'd like to show you how to play Simple Man by Shinedown. Originally it was done by Lynyrd Skynyrd. We're tuned to G, low G, D in the middle, and high G. You can always check your tuning using harmonics if you know what they are. That's where you just touch your finger over a fret. On the 7th fret of your low string there's a harmonic. You can tell you got it because you can move your hand away and it still rings. This should sound pretty close to your middle string. It should sound exactly like the harmonic on the 12th fret. On the middle string. And the harmonic on the 3rd string, on the 12th fret, should sound like your 1st string. This is handy to be able to do when you're jamming with people and one of your strings goes out, so you can just check, figure out what it is. We're going to use 3 chords today. First one is C on the 5th fret. It's 5, 5, 5. Try to hold your slide perpendicular. 0, 0, 0. Don't have to do anything. That's a G chord. And on the 2nd fret, A. Technically, it's an A minor, but because of how we're tuned, we don't have to worry about major and minor, which is very, very handy when it comes to playing a 3-string guitar. There is also a run that leads into the song. The run is on the bass string, or low string, and it's 2, 4, 5. And that brings you into the C chord. I'm going to strum it first because I think that's the easiest. So the strum is going to be down, down, up. Then you sort of skip past and go up, down. It'll sound like this. That'll fit in pretty good with the song. If you have trouble doing that and you have to just strum back and forth, that'll work. But as you can tell right away, it doesn't really carry the feel of the song very well. So once again, the strum is down, down, up, pass by, up, down. So that's 1, 2, and 4. So the 3 is the beat that you're skipping. 1, 2, and then when you come up, that's the and. When you go back down, you don't hit anything. That's a 3, and then when you come back up, it's the and down again is 4. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2. And once you speed it up a little bit, it's a pretty slow song, don't speed up too much. It sounds pretty nice. And there, the second time he does it, he does a stop on the A chord. That's 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay. Now, if you want to finger pick it, once again, he's using 6 strings, so there's quite a fancy little finger picking thing going on. We can't do that, but we can come pretty close. And what I do with it is I go into the C chord again. As I go in, I hit the low note, then the middle string, the low note, the high string, the low note, the middle string, the low note again. And there's a little pause. So I'm kind of going like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So we're not going 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, because once again, to be so full, there'd be no accent. So it's 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and by starting and ending on the same note, it gives us a chance to emphasize the root note of each chord as we do it. So I'll try to demonstrate that for you slowly. Now it sounded like I doubled up there, and in a sense I did, but really I just followed the pattern. You can hear the second note is accented, the first one isn't when it's played twice. And as with the first time, the second time we do, we stop on A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now we come to the really cool riff in the song. It starts off just the same way the song does, 2, 4, 5 on the low string. Then you go to the middle string, you do a hammer on, and then play the middle string again. Hammer on is when you come down, you pick the string open, and you slam your slide down. It doesn't have to be that hard, just hard enough to get a note. And then open again. And then 4th fret on the low string, and then open. And now we're going to that chord, basically. Then we repeat that lick, but we go to the 2nd fret. And then we finish it by going open 2, open 2. So I'll play that for you. All right, so those are the basic parts you need for the song. Strumming it, finger picking it, or playing the lick. I'll point out I'm using a pick and 2 fingers, but you can just use your fingers if you want. Nothing wrong with that. You could probably even just use a pick, actually. That doesn't sound too bad. What I wanted to add today, because I get asked this a lot, is how do you change to a distortion sound or overdrive sound while you're playing? And the easiest way is with a foot pedal. I'm using this little Cyclops amp by Donner. In the description, I'm going to put a link to everything I'm using today, a Moonshine slide and this cool pedal that I really like I got off Amazon called Mosky Black Rat. It sounds a lot like the Rat pedal from the 70s, if you're old enough to know what I'm talking about. This is a really cool little amp, and it has some great distortion sounds in it. But in order to access them, you have to change the amp knob. So if you're playing, you don't want to quit halfway through and turn your amp, you know. So that's where a foot pedal comes in really handy. I'm sure many of you who are watching this already have dozens of them, but this is for the person who doesn't. So what I do in a situation like this where I want to be able to have a nice clean sound and finger pick and then go to a distorted sound is I set the pedal so it's about the same volume as when I'm strumming. So I'll play that lick for you with the distortion. Actually, that seems a little quiet to me, so I'm going to turn up the volume just a bit there. And I mean, you can set it so it cuts right in too, so it, you know, goes way louder. That'd be more important if you're playing with other people and you got to cut through. And of course, you can play the chords with that sound too. And when we're done with the heavy part, of course this would be on the floor, so you don't have to do what I'm doing. You could just go back to the All right, I hope I was helpful. Have a great day. Bye.